Shalom, shalom, Israel. Give no praise to Yahweh. Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Rachakadash. The one said that was a G message. Woo, I'll say teach you. I came out there pushing his word and truth is city, risking your freedom and your life to do so. Another update, man. What's going on in the world? We're sounding the alarm because at the end of the day, man, the Most High called us to be watchmen and to watch for events that's taking place in this world. And pretty much, man, we see what's going on. And things are not looking good for the world, okay? But we know this is prophecy. So this is from WashingtonPost.com. The U.S. has sent private warnings to Russia against using a nuclear weapon. Now, why is there always talks, about nuclear weapons? For my elders, received this marvelous message, this marvelous prophecy that is to be true because they've been saying it for so many years, and everything they say is happening. People think it's strange that these men can have these visions and break down the prophecies of the Bible, but it's true. There will be a nuclear war, all right? Can't tell you when, or an hour, or a day, but you see through the prophecies that it's gonna happen. So it says the United States for several months have been sending private communications to Moscow warning Russia's leadership of grave consequences that will follow the use of a nuclear weapon, according to the U.S. officials, who said the messages underscore what President Biden and his aide have articulated publicly. What does underscore mean? Let's look up that word. All right, a line drawn under a word or phrase for emphasis. Who said the messages underscore what President Biden and his aides have articulated publicly, meaning they probably was cursing them out. Like, yo, man, you ain't about to do this bullshit, If you do it, man, you're good as dead. That's probably what he was telling them. But, in the public, they got to act so sophisticated and composed. But really, behind closed doors, they scared shitless, man. They're like, yo, man, you're going to end the world with your madness. That's essentially what happened, when they were sending the messages. It says the Biden administration generally has decided to keep warnings about the consequence of nuclear strike deliberately vague, which we know is going to happen. According to the prophecy, that we're going to be next up to rule. The Lord is going to deliver to the elect of Israel, the nation of Israel, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And Negro also from the West Indies and the islands, and the confusion of faces. He gonna deliver them. Also put the work in on the earth through the what the world calls UFOs, shooting laser beams out the chariots while delivering. And then from there, we're gonna watch the destruction of Babylon from an aerial view. Not only Babylon, but a few other places, especially the land of Israel is going to be wiped clean to be rebuilt for the Lord and the elect. And it says strike. So it says the Biden administration generally has decided to keep warnings about the consequence of a nuclear strike deliberately vague. So the Kremlin worries about how Washington might respond. The official said, speaking on the condition of anonymity to describe sensitive deliberations. The attempt by the White House to cultivate what's known in the nuclear deterrence world as strategic ambiguity comes as Russia continues to escalate its rhetoric about possible nuclear weapons use amid a domestic mobilization aimed at stanching Russian military losses in eastern Ukraine. So they feel like, because Russia's getting their ass handed to them, this could possibly very well go nuclear, which, according to the prophecy, it will. Revelations 11, verse 14. The second war is passing, behold, the third war coming quickly. Right, man? So the Second World War has passed. But now, the third war is coming quickly, man. And as you can see, we are in the third war, where it will end with nuclear weapons being fired. This is Isaiah 13:19. In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauties of the Chaldees, actually should be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And how did the Most High overthrow Sodom and Gomorrah? With fire and brimstone. Let's get that. Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah. Forgive me, I don't know how to spell it. Look at that. Look at that. So anytime you type in Sodom and Gomorrah, what you just look at fire and brimstone. Look at that. Fire from heaven. It's exactly the same way Sodom and Gomorrah went out. Look at that. And it's the same way nuclear detonation. It's the same way nuclear missiles look. Look at that. Fire. Look. So it's very synonymous. Look at that. A great destruction. That's the same way it looked when the fire was shot from heaven, on earth. And this is, I guess, the level of bombs, So I read that one more time, we can end it. Isaiah 13, verse 19. In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency should be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It should never be inhabited, neither should it be dwelt from generation to generation. Neither should the Arabian pitch their tent there, neither should the shepherds make their fold there. But the wild beasts of the desert, because it's going to become a desert land, America, shall live in it, and their houses should be full of doleful creatures, and the owls shall dwell there, and the Sestites shall dance there. All right, so this is all throughout, man. Irresponsible nuclear test. So it's coming to a close. Don't Biden presses Putin on nuclear weapons. Look at this guy. Does this look like a face of a guy that cares? Sleepy Joe can't stop this. Nobody can. Small size will. So, with that, I want to say, all praise to Yahweh Bashim Abshah, Bashim Chakadash. I'm on to that was the GMS World. I'll see you, Akim. Till next year. Shalom.